Yeah, hi Nasir. Good morning.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, good morning, Rohit. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, could you please introduce yourself?
Well, my name is UP Mohammad Nasser. I'm having totally 3.5 years of experience as a Java Backend Developer, and currently I'm working with Arabian Infomedia organization. So, in the last 3.5 years of time, I got the opportunity to work with several technologies like Java, J2EE, Spring Boot, REST APIs, and also cloud services like AWS and database like MySQL, MongoDB. And coming to DevOps tools like several Git, Maven, Jenkins, Sonar, Nexus, Docker, and Kubernetes, etc. And also I'm having good experience with these Java and J2EE technologies. I'm having also great experience with the microservice architecture implementation, and also I'm having good experience with the unit testing for our applications, and also having experience in the application deployment process using these Jenkins CI/CD pipelines. And also I'm having good experience with the services like in AWS cloud, like EC2, S3, RTS, and Route 53, B2C, etc. And currently I'm working for actually it's a backend sector project. So we have like several modules are there in this project, and I'm part of prescription layer. So in this model, we are going to determine to generate prescription in less than 60 seconds, and the remaining our system will perform the remaining operations like patient visit details, investigations, vaccine chart, and all these stuff. And my project is currently following these agile methodology. So I'm responsible for bigger activities in my project, and also I participate in the backlog grooming section to understand what are the pending items are there in the project, and also I'll participate in the sprint planning section to prioritize the stories of my project, and like I'm going to get a functional design document from the functional team. And my project function team actually it's in client location, so I will go through the function design document. Then I will understand the requirement if there are any queries are there. Then I will set up the meeting, and I will with the function team I will get the clarifications from them. Once all my queries got clarified, then usually I will start the designing part of our project. Then actually design part of my requirement basically it involves like I'm going to design database tables which are required for our development, right? So once the designing is completed, then I will start the development part. Actually, I'm responsible to develop the front end as well as the back end of my application. So once the development is completed, I will perform the unit testing. Is my code working? As I expected or not. Once the unit testing is done, then I will perform the code review to identify any mistakes. Then I have done in the code, code issues if there are any issues regarding these high quality code. I will identify and I will fix them once again. And also like once the code review issues got fixed, then I will integrate my code with other team members as well in the Git repository. So once the code is integrated, then I will interact with the DevOps team to create these CI/CD pipelines for our project to automate build and deployment process. And also like I will execute those pipelines to deploy our code. Once the code is actually deployed, I will test that code in the integrated environment like GitHub environment. If there are any issues still raised, I will fix those issues. Then I will inform to the SA team about this development completed related so and so stuff. And testing team will test the functionality of our complete project. Once if they will identify any issues or any bugs in their report, then I will fix those bugs and I will give the bug report to the testing team. And our project UAT will happen at the client location. So still if there are any issues so identified in the UAT, we will analyze the issue whether actually it's a valid or invalid issue. If it is a valid issue, then we will fix that issue and we will give bug free code for the UAT as well. So I'm also responsible to participate in the production release calls and also I'm responsible for fixing and production issues also. So these are actually my roles and responsibilities of me in the current project.
So, as you're familiar with the microservice architecture,
Yeah, right.
so explain the architecture and how does it differ from monolithic?
Sorry.
How does it differ from the monolithic?
Yeah, actually, like we have monolithic and also microservices architecture. Monolithic means in generally we have like if there are any bugs are there, if there are any errors are there while developing in a monolithic architecture, definitely it would become a headache. Why? Because we exactly don't know in which model we are getting the error, in which model we are getting the bug. Definitely. If still we find any bugs inside this monolithic application, so it will take some time. Why? Because we need to deploy entire application for every time we find the bug. For every time we need to update these code. So this is actually monolithic structure. But in microservices, after the update, we won't need to deploy again and again. Why? Because we have like several applications are there involved in this microservices architecture. If we have any error like in the earlier scenario, if we have any bugs inside this application, then we will do one thing. Actually, we'll find the exact code in which model or in which application we are getting these bugs. Then we will fix it entirely by without deploying so many several times. So generally, monolithic is a, monolithic is a huge process until the development once the error is found. And after these microservices actually it will talk to each other by these REST APIs, REST APIs. So definitely microservices would be very helpful for our bigger applications.
Okay, explain singleton design pattern.
Singleton design pattern.
Yeah,
Okay, actually, singleton design pattern
yeah,
explaining, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like we have so many design patterns are there, like factory design pattern and so many design patterns are there. But coming to singleton design pattern, we have like only one object we are connecting with uh, various methods or various objects. Why? Because it has based on the criteria we need what exactly what do you say, what exactly the requirement is and what exactly we need to develop based on our project. It ensures that it has only like one instance and provides a global point to access it. But this is actually useful when exactly one object I told you earlier needed to coordinate with these actions across the system. Actually, this pattern involves a class responsible for instantiating itself and providing a way to access it like a unique instance. So this is what actually this singleton is.
So, what do you mean by synchronous and asynchronous programming?
Synchronous and asynchronous programming.
Yeah.
Yeah, generally we have synchronous. When actually it will useful means it actually involves executing code in a the sequential manner where each operation must complete before the next one actually begins. And asynchronous programming, on the other hand, allows multiple operations to overlap by not blocking the execution of subsequent code. And this is also, achieved through mechanisms like these promises or callbacks and that support them. And asynchronous programming is actually beneficial for handling tasks these, what do you say, that may take time or these operations without causing entire program to wait. So this is usually what these synchronous and asynchronous means.
So then, what is a completable feature class?
Sorry, complete. Sorry,
Completable future class.
what is completable future class?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
Like how does it
completable.
facilitate? Like how does it facilitate synchronous programming?
Yeah, actually, it's a feature in a class. Actually, it belongs to the these what do you say concurrent packages. Generally, it's like part of Java concurrency framework. Actually, it's introduced after the introduction of this Java 8 to facilitate these asynchronous and like concurrent programming. And this completable feature is a actually what do you say higher level replacement for the future interface and providing more flexible and powerful mechanism for this managing of these asynchronous computations. And also like it has like several features for what do you say exception handling and also these timeouts and completions and also these combining and chaining. These are the key features. When we come to like exception handling, it actually allows to handle exceptions in a more streamlined way compared to the traditional way. And coming to combining and chaining means actually, we can combine multiple completable feature instances and chain them to create more complex synchronous workflows. And we have like one more key feature which is timeouts and completions is also there. So it actually supports operations with these explicit completions or these timeouts or completions. Generally, and we have one more thing which is I think callback functions is also there. So with that, we can attach callback functions to be executed while upon the completion of these completable feature. So this is what actually this completable feature interface.
So explain the role of gateway in microservices.
Explaining the role of gateway,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Gateway means we have in the in the architecture or in a system design, a gateway which actually serves as a what do you say intermediary or entry point that manages communication between these what do you say several components or systems or services. Actually, the few roles of these gateway are there are actually multiple gateways are there, but usually we will take this API gateway. Generally it acts as an entry point for the API request from the client side as well, and handling tasks such as what do you say request routing and also these composition of multiple services and for handling services like nothing but which is actually nothing but these authentication and authorizations and also these what do you say response aggregations. And also one more is security gateway is also there. It actually enforces security policies such as what do you say filtering or authenticating and encrypting to protect the system or a network from unauthorized access or malicious activities any found. And we have one more gateway which is nothing but this what is a data gateway for data handles, and it actually handles the data integration and acts as the what is a connecting various data sources and providing the interface for querying or by updating or the manipulating data. And we have this one more message gateway is also there. It actually manages the communication between different message systems or protocols or the interoperability between these components that use different messaging formats or standards. Actually, when we come to actually what actually such a role means, it actually depends on the architectural content and the requirements of the system, it's integrated into with. So this is what actually the role of gateway means.
Mm-hmm. Then what's the use of profiles?
Sorry,
What is the use of profiles in Spring Boot?
use of profiles in Spring Boot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, generally we have like various profiles are there in the Spring Boot, but coming to in the real-time Spring Boot project, like uh, it's a way, what do you say? It's a way to manage these configurations for different environments or scenarios with the same applications. Actually, it allows us to define sets of configuration properties. The either it may be application properties or the YAML properties. So that are activated based on like what we have chosen the profile. Like we have default profile is there and also custom profile. So default profile means actually Spring Boot applications have a default profile that whether it's active with no other profiles are specified and we have like a default configuration properties are loaded in the options of an active profile and also coming to this custom profile. Actually, you can define custom profiles such as development or production to tailor configuration for our environment. And the profiles can be specified using these, what do you say, we have like one property is there that is Spring Profiles Active Property. Yeah, it's a property for application properties or YAML properties. And after that, we have like profile specific configurations is also there. It actually configuration files can be named that include the profile like application with the profile name dot properties or like in the same way like we have ML properties is as well and properties in these files actually it actually override the default configuration when the corresponding profile is active and like we have like several profiles are there but basically we are using like these default profiles and custom profiles in our real-time scenarios.
Okay. So how did you secure the APIs in your project?
How do you secure API in our project,
Yeah.
right? Secure means in our project basically for securing we have like pre-authorized annotations are there and also we have like secured annotations are also there and coming to security means basically implementing like authentication and authorizations and like we have rate limiting is also there and like we will validate the input from the end user and coming to authentication it actually uses strong authentication mechanism to verify the identity of clients or like common methods to include these API keys or Author 2.0 and like JSON web tokens and also like token-based approaches. And it actually leverages user authentication if any API is accessed on behalf of a user. And like we have one more thing which is nothing but this authorization. So it actually implements this proper authorization for controlling access from the different endpoints based on the roles and permissions. We can also give this authorization based on which particular roles we are giving with, and considering using this auth scope to define and this restrict access to specify these resources. And coming to like we have input validations, whether it will validate the input or not. It will, validate and sanitize all input data from the end users and like to prevent common security vulnerabilities like what do you say? We have like SQL injection and cross-site scripting and like we have like so many other injections are there and like when we coming to this logging and what do you say we have logging and monitoring is also there. by comprehensive logging to track and analyze any API gateway, enabling quick detection of if there are any suspicious activity or behavior, and by setup monitoring and alerting for unusual patterns or errors or what do you say, security incidents. And also we will secure with this token expiry and refresh. Why? Because it has actually a certain limit time. If the time process, it will actually collect it will actually deaccess the user end user. And if using tokens like we have JSON Web Token, it actually ensures if they have limited lifespan and implementing a secure refresh mechanism for obtaining these new tokens without requiring this re-authentication. And we have API versioning system is also there, and we have considering and implementing this versioning actually for ensuring purpose compatibility. Compatibility, and also it allows for the what do you say deprecation of the older or less secure versions by updating these older and less secure versions with the latest version. We will ensure that 100% security for our NDAPS. So by doing in this way, we will secure this one.
Yeah, Nasir, share your entire screen.
Yeah.
Let's import error. I can leave.
So yeah.
I can explain what you wrote.
Actually, here I am eminence innovation, right? You have given the word. I will store in the input string, and after that, I will take this map for storing this character, and also how many times means it's coming into integer, and I will take the frequency, and after that we will conduct a for loop and storing all the all the what do you say each by each element from the input string. So we have imminent innovation is there. So this imminent innovation will conduct to character array. So each character will come and store into this character C. And after that, this frequency map is there, whether it contains the already it's the earliest one or the newest one, so it will calculate, and after that it will put the character, and it will get the older one plus it will going to add it one, else it will leave it as one, and finally it will give the statement frequency means by each word each letter how many times will be occur. So this actually shows the output as.
Okay, fine, Nasir. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it from my side. Thank you for your time.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You can leave now. We'll get back to you.
Okay. Sure. Sure.
Yeah.